One thing I've learned is it's so easy to see where other people go wrong and where other people succeed. But when it comes to that self-correction or self-celebration, we struggle. I remember asking God to show me my heart. Show me where I need to be better at, God. And I encourage you to do the same. But I also want to encourage you to brace yourself and be ready. And don't reject the hard truths that are coming your way. You may be shocked to the truths that God reveals to you about you. He began showing me how self-centered I was. He began showing me how I go through life only thinking about what I'm thinking about, what I want, and how I try to make everything and everybody around me conform to match what I want. But he started reminding me and telling me that just as much as he loves me, he loves all of his children. And that is very important as a child of Christ that I take time to consider his children and their point of view and why they did the things that they did. I'll never forget holding a grudge with somebody over 20 years, only to have a conversation with them and hear their point of view and completely understand why things were the way they were. And the grudge was completely unnecessary. In fact, grace should have been the response. I think because we don't take time to consider their point of view, we get trapped. We get trapped with our own point of view and we add up what they think they're thinking or why we think they did what they did. And a lot of times we're wrong. So if you have somebody near you that you can have the conversation with, that maybe you are assuming something about them, or maybe you are holding a grudge against them, or you feel like they're doing you wrong, ask them. Take time to consider their point of view and why they're doing what they're doing. And then we have to remember that hurt people hurt people. And a lot of times, a lot of damage is done to one another because of the hurt within. Have you considered that woman who cut you off and you're just pissed off at them? But what if they had just got a call from the child who was in an emergency and they're just trying to get to them? It doesn't make it right. But maybe it makes you extend grace instead of anger. So as you're going throughout your day and you're getting frustrated with people, just slow down. Take time to consider their point of view. Take time to consider why they're doing what they're doing. Don't add up their thoughts. Don't add up their point of view, because you'll be wrong often, and it's not healthy. So if you're able to communicate with them, inquire. Seek to learn why they did what they did or why they're thinking the way they're thinking. You may be surprised. Something may be mended that you didn't even know was meant to be mended. Make sure you take time to consider their point of view. It's not all about you. God loves all of his children equally. And their point of view, although it may not be right, it's valid. It will help you get understanding. And that's what we want. We want understanding as we deal with people and as we go through life. We just want to understand. I love you. But God, he loves you so much more.